So I'll show you guys how I usually draw on Ibis Paint. I think I might be switching apps though soon. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that. Well, okay, so hello. Is that good? Does that look good? I can't tell. But so I draw a head. Well, a circle for a head. And then I you guys just have to trust me out on this, okay? Trust me out. You guys just have to like be patient with me, okay? I don't want it to be like that. It's like maybe if I can even draw a straight line. There we go. That looks just that's maybe if I turn it a little bit. You guys see the vision? You guys see the vision? Right. That made absolutely no freaking change. Okay, well, whatever. Move it on. I don't usually draw these lines, but I guess I am now. I don't know how to actually do this. So, I've never really drawn the lines. Is it like that? Yeah, I'm saying that's good. One second. Okay. So yeah, I usually draw this for an outline. And then I go to another thing. Whoa. It's got like a mean stroke there. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because I'm not actually drawing anything, just showing you guys how I draw. Usually, when I was paint. This isn't how I would usually draw. It's just like a really quick sketch. Me mixing my different styles together, I guess. I don't really know what this is, okay? But you guys get the gist, right? I just draw the head. Outline the head, I guess. Then neckify, torsoify, waistify, armify, legify. You guys get it, right? Okay. So now I'm gonna do hair. This is going to be the base right now. So usually I draw hair somewhat like this. It really depends on what I'm drawing, or who I'm drawing. But I'm just doing a really quick example of it. I'm probably gonna use this hairstyle for a different OC later on. If you guys, so I know this isn't how I usually would draw, from what you guys seen, but I'm just trying something new. Something like that? Yeah, I'm trying this one specific art style that I saw and really liked. Maybe if I just like don't think about it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. She doesn't look like she does drugs at all. I mean, who said that? Who'd say that? That's obviously Misty's ice poke. Okay. I'm taking inspo on the art style from someone, I don't really know. I guess it's kind of like, I guess I'm kind of drawing a really quick sketch of Silky's hair. Although that's in a different style than what I usually draw. I actually think I might be slowly converting to the FBE art style. And then at the end of this, what is that? At the end of this video, I'm gonna do some tips on how I usually draw and how to draw like me if you ever want to. Especially rendering. I can do rendering. But again, that might just be speed paint. I don't really know. Or care at the moment. So. I'm just. Ooh, shit. So, I would usually have a spot for where I would put a ponytail. Like, somewhere here. On my FC pharmacist. Wait, I haven't shown you guys a pharmacist. I'll have to show you guys later. So, yeah, no, I don't usually draw like this. And if you're, like, new to drawing hair, I don't suggest drawing like this. I would suggest, like, starting out with simple lines, kind of like this. Like bangs. Kind of suggest starting out with normal lines like this. Well, I'm not an artist, so don't listen to me most of the time. I'm not voicing over this. I should probably start voicing over my videos. Maybe. I'll think about it. Anyways. I don't really have a script either, so it's kinda... I'd never have a script. Who likes scripts? Scrunchy. That looks terrible. Anyway, you guys get the gist of the hair. For eyes, I'm not gonna go too far detail into eyes. Sorry, I'm itchy. Since there isn't enough room here, I'm gonna just draw it off to the side. So I wouldn't usually draw eyes, because I usually have them covered or use gotcha eyes. But whenever I do draw eyes, I go like for really angled, for really angled, really thick, thick eyelids, I guess. I don't really know what to call these. But yeah, I usually go for like really angled. I'm also a little bit of a mochi cat person, if you guys can tell by how I don't know, whatever, forget it. Well, I don't usually go for that thick, but something like this. Yeah, this looks better. I want to try something new, like that. I don't know, I've seen it a lot. Oh, that looks good. But yeah, I'm trying something new with this. Because I've seen people, like, make it, whatever this is, the same color as the skin. Or a a color darker than the skin. I don't really know. But, yeah, this is what I would do for a male, and this is what I would do for a female. Oh, it looks like a rhino. And this is what I would do for a rhino. And this is what I would do for a female. Sometimes I could, sometimes this. If I'm feeling a little elegant, whatever. If I'm feeling a little um, well, if I'm feeling a little bit I don't know what the word is. Whatever. I usually do I usually do these eyes for scared, and like colored in eyes for neutral. This is like looking forward. Forgot about that. This is like looking forward. Looking up. No. Looking up. Looking down. That looks weird. Looking down, I guess. I don't really know. Looking down. Looking this way. Okay. I mean, some people would consider this looking at the camera. Well, yeah, this does look like it's looking at the camera. I don't know why I made that square. But, so yeah, this is looking at the camera, I guess. So forward, up, down. I guess that's close enough. It's helpful for fellow. It's helpful to like draw brackets or squares instead of circles. Sometimes that's not always the occasion. Looking that way, I don't know what that is. Don't ask me. And then looking at the camera, I guess. Or that can also be looking forward. This would be considered look. Oh, that looked pretty. Oh my god. Looks like almond drugs in there. But whatever. This would be considered looking at the camera. Oh my god, do it again. Whatever. You guys get the gist. Yeah. For mouths, I don't usually like to draw mouths. I usually just like do a line or like an angle or like something like this. But I'm gonna do neutral first. So like I do something like that or like this. Intrusive thoughts, sorry. Or something like this. Like that or like this. So this is like those gotcha mouths. But more round. But yeah, sometimes I like to draw something. No, I'm never doing that again. Okay, for like I'm gonna do smiling now. I don't draw that. I never do. Something like this. Like a little bit. Like I don't draw smiles off the tail. This is if I want to be creepy. A quick little smile. Smirk, I guess. Tight smile. Open mouth smile. I also sometimes do this. Do this. but I don't do that a lot. Only one of the characters facing this way, not that way. But yeah, the side where this is pointing, it really depends on which way your character is facing. Like, let's say the head here is facing that way, so it would be, so the mouth would be like this, but it would be, but if it was facing the other way, it'd be like this. The same for the smirk, I guess. Not that. What? But the same for, it would be the same for the smirk. If it was, the character was facing this way, it would be like this. But if it was facing the other way, it'd be like this, I guess. We can also toss them like this. It also depends on which way the character is facing. If it's facing to the left, it's like this, but if it's facing to the right, it's like this. Now, frowns. I usually do like lines for frowns. Oh, for teeth smile, for showing teeth smile, I would like do something like this. I don't know, I don't usually draw teeth. And then I'll like put a line in it. Yeah, like that. Anyways, with frowns, like this, I guess. Frown, open mouth. It'd be like this. It also depends on which way your character is facing. By the way, this can be this mouth can be used for any emotion, mostly neutral and angry, neutral or negative emotions. But it can also be sometimes used for happy whenever talking. Now let's do ears. That's not a mouth. Ears are not mouth. Anyways, let's let's move into the ears. Oh yes, very big. I don't usually draw human ears, but whenever I do, it's like that. I don't know, I don't draw them often. But I do see people draw them a lot, like this. Which is, I guess, similar. But I usually draw, like, animal ears. Like cats. If I can do that, please. This is either fox or cat. It can also sometimes be dog. Well, this is what I go for usually. But this is usually only fox, cat, or dog. If I want to get fancy, I'll add a little tuft at the end, or like even additional fur. I don't usually draw ears facing towards the camera because that's hard. Like that. Well, I guess it isn't as hard as it looks, but I don't like to draw fur in the middle. Well, I guess that's good. I guess it's fine. But if I draw fur in the middle, that means I can't have that, basically. So, I don't draw fur in the middle usually. That's actually a really good proportion. I really like that. Shh, no. Anyways. What else? Right, I only usually draw front-facing ears for things like huskies, huskies and other breeds of dogs and wolves. whenever if I want to draw links, I would like add the tuft at the end, but like a little bit more. It has a little bit more wabi-sabi to it. The tuft would have a little bit more wabi-sabi to it if it was a lynx. Like that. Basically how I would draw my ponytails. Sometimes I draw ponytails differently, it doesn't really matter. But, this would, on a head, this would look like this. Sometimes it would be covered up by hair. Or just not be there entirely. Like if it's covered by a hat or something. Why do these look transparent? Like that. That. I'm getting crazy. Anyways. So, yeah, sometimes I would draw this. Sometimes I draw this. For, flooping ear dogs. Like, I don't really know. Bunnies. I almost forgot about bunnies. Sometimes I would, do this. Which is basically this, but taller, thinner, and, has a little bit less fur. And, of course, I can't forget the line. I don't know why I like to draw that. I don't know why I like to draw these lines. I just do. Anyways. So, oh yeah, for bunnies, I would usually draw, these ears. Or, like, down like that. My head hurts. It smells like smoke. I don't know why. Whatever. So, yeah, I would usually, like, do something like that. And occasionally, if I'm feeling extra, I would do it like that. That's a lot of ears. I'm not gonna do clothes, because I actually reuse the same clothes over and over and over again. But, yeah. So, that's all for this tutorial. I don't really know. I'm also probably gonna need space for something. So, wait, I'll show you guys my OC pharmacist. Okay, so this is my OC pharmacist at my, animal hospital OC. She's a fennec fox. She lost her arm in an accident, but she still has to wear a glove on that stub, which I don't know. I don't know why. I just find it really funny. She took 1 hour to make. I'm gonna show you guys the speed paint. Scrunchy. Yeah, that's another way how I make mouse. I would, like, draw a circle. Made her head so small. Anyways. But yeah, I would, like, draw a circle, make it black. Duplicate it, make that duplicate white, and then make the white part smaller. Oh yeah, I desperately tried to draw a hand on her hip, but I failed. So very miserably. Yeah, I did a really good job on her cloak. I'm really proud of I really like that. Now, why can't she just have a stub on her hip? And why did she just have to hold it up in the air? Well, technically she isn't. Because, Yeah, she lost her arm for an anomaly. But, yeah, I don't know why I have chosen for a stub arm to be like that. Also, her tail is very difficult to make. I've never made a Phoenix X tail before. So, now I'm gonna show you guys an example or two of how I now render and how I used to render. Okay, so I've got a render of me from one of my videos. This is another way how I would sometimes draw mouths. You can barely see the nose, but it took a really long time on the nose. Anyways, let's watch. Bushes. Smell the touch of beautiful hair! Originally, I wasn't going to draw my own eyes, but I decided against it. Yeah, yeah. So it was me remaking the eyes. I forgot the back hair, so that's why I remade the video. I'm not the best at lighting, if you couldn't tell. But I think I did a really good job. Considering for what my friend taught me. Yeah, that's me drawing back hair. I want to show another example. So here's an oldish version of, I forgot what her name was already. Izarel, I guess. I'm gonna call her Izarel for now. She doesn't have eyebrows because they're covered by her goggles, but I gave her an eyebrow anyway. In this, she doesn't have ears. The reason why I gave her ears is because I thought the space felt a little empty. I lassoed the mouth, actually. I really like drawing noses like this. I was going to draw the eyes, but no, I just added eyelashes and called it a day. I forgot to render her, well, sideways now, but I forgot to render her, sweater and her boots. Don't ask me why her skin's so dark in a few places. It's shading, okay? Anyways, speed paint. Oh! Yeah, so I was trying an anatomy practice before I started to draw her. Yeah. I'm not very good at actual anatomy. I was struggling a lot with her mouth. There's me duplicating the eyelash. I guess. Oh, okay. No, whatever. So, yeah, there's that. Now I'm gonna show a older version of how I used to render. This is just a newer version. I'm just trying this out. Okay. Okay, before we get into that, I want to show you guys my My Little Pony OC Ocean. She has a little dark spot around her mouth. I don't know why. She's a part of the Thunderbolt, and I really like how I rendered her here. Don't mirror her, whatever you do. Yeah, this is her cutie mark. I don't know if it's too violent for My Little Pony. It's just fire, but whatever. It's fire and a flower. Okay, so here's one thing of how I use to render. It's very quick and not very good. But yeah, this is like how I would use Surrender. Here's a better example of when Ocean was young. It's funny that her name is Ocean, but she controls fire. It's actually kind of funny, you know? Yes, classic. 2018. Render. Shit. I don't know why he made her eye like that. I just wanted to. No questions. Render close. I rendered her eyes even though it's barely visible. It just made her look tired. Okay, next example. So this is another example of how I used to render the Bride in Red. You should go watch that video. It's really good. I'm really proud of that. I guess this was like a quickish render, cause I obviously wasn't very. I obviously just wanted to get the job done in post. So yeah, it's a little sloppy, but you can tell it's very sloppy by how I gave her blush and rendered clothes. Don't mind what I'm doing in the background. Also, if you just telling you now, if you hear any like weird sound, that's me moving and adjusting in my bed. So yeah, I don't know why I clicked on this. I just didn't want to show you guys my drawings. So now I'm gonna I will show you guys a speed paint of a few of my own drawings. Well, I guess this is a drawing I made. So let's watch it. I only have one reference. Which is weird because I usually need a few references. Okay, there's that. I'll show you guys another one. Okay, here's another one. I needed a lot of references for the anatomy. Oh, I struggled so much with this, and you guys get to watch it. Her ponytail is so messed up. I just gave up on... yeah. I took so long on the claws, and yet they were shortened because they forgot how hand anatomy works. Yeah, I took a really long time on a cloak. But it turns out I didn't even need to because the answer was right there all along. Huh. Oh, that was so good drawing. So now was me drawing Chip. And his fish. His precious little fish. I think I'm really good at drawing Chip. I really like Chip. We're also going to ignore how I copy and pasted the eye from the fish onto Chip. One single bruise on Chip, one single punch from Zip. Hey, that rhymes. I like that. One single hit on Zip, one single punch from Chip. Freak. That's Chip. And that's Zip. Anyways, here's another drawing. Knox. It's giving sin. It's giving bad posture. It's giving, what is it giving? It's giving I like the snout. I enjoyed drawing the snout. I've never actually drawn a snout before. That's my first attempt. This is basically a redesign of my original Nox drawing, which I'll have to show you guys later. It's giving bendy legs. I'm sorry, I'll stop. One too many lines. Wait, I'm gonna read you guys more info. Nox. Real Wildcraft Creepypasta OC. A young raccoon killed by her drunk father figure came alive again to... I can never find the word for that. Came alive to avenge her 5 years of life. Her body ages on without her, making her look older. She loves Umbrella now. She pretends to hate Nox, but can't help but find joy in Nox's many tantrums whenever she sees her sisters, Lavender Doe and Lily Doe. She appears as a humanoid raccoon with long hair and too many shapes that traveled around her body as if acting as hopes to restrain her from hiding. Okay, I'm gonna do one more drawing, and then I'm gonna go into deep. And then actually, that's for another video. So I'm gonna show you guys one more thing of how I draw. Okay, so this is of my FPE OC and Momo. This isn't how I would usually basically draw, but it is one of my styles, so I'm gonna show it anyways. I struggled so much. I wouldn't even believe it. So originally this wasn't going to be an FPE OC. So I'm guessing that by the looks of that, I already did on how I draw a base. Yeah, here's me drawing the actual scene now. Scratch, I'm itchy. Corset, sleeves. Weird face, whatever that is. She looks high. I mean, who is... Oh, yeah, no, she looks better now. I have a few FPE OCs, honestly. But, this is just one of my favorites. In fact, Momo and Sulky actually know each other and are stepsisters. But then that's whenever, Sulky's stepfather ran away. I'm joking. They're not stepsisters. Nor did the stepfather run away. Because of, she's actually the OC child to another OC who I didn't know who was an OC. Yeah, the OC who was apparently her father. Again, I didn't know this character was an OC. I don't think they're an actual character, but the person OC thing is Mr. Tuff, a gym teacher OC. Again, I did not know he was an OC. I'll probably have to switch her up a little bit, and like I'll probably have to switch her up if whenever I find out if the gym teacher OC is in OC or not. But if he is in OC, her father would be Mr. Demi. So yeah. I'm not too entirely sure what I want to do now. We're not going to do that, okay? So, I guess that's it for all. Bye bye. Have a great day or night. All hail Wolf.